God is the one who can keep them because God doesn't sleep. He guards, he watches, he protects. He continually watches over his covenant people because he never needs to stop and rest. We humans are designed to rest and sleep repeatedly, right? Just think how you start to feel after a few days of bad sleep. And then some of you know the difficulty of no sleep for one day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and you start to stop making sense at that point, right? You can't help other people. You can barely help yourself. Your thoughts are incoherent. God requires no rest. God requires no stopping. Not like the false gods of the ancient world. You remember the story of 1 Kings chapter 15, the God contest, where Elijah goes and competes with the many prophets of Baal. And they're out there, they're screaming, they're yelling, and Elijah kind of teases them a little bit, mocks them, and says, "Oh, is your God sleeping that you must go and wake him up?" They start cutting themselves, exposing blood, trying to get their God to act because Baal is asleep, unable to help. And sadly, that view slips into evangelical churches like ours. It's not as popular now, but it keeps coming up in various forms. It's the idea called open theism, which means God's surprised by what's happening. They believe that God so prioritizes human free will that humans can make different choices than even what God expects. Then because God just allows that human free will, sometimes he goes, "Oh, I didn't see that coming." He's like a good chess player most of the time. You know chess players where they've studied every move and they know, oh, if you do this move, you're probably going to do this one next, right? But God is sometimes I thought he was going to move this piece, or maybe it was this and this one, but he took me by surprise. And to them, that's comforting because bad things happen in our life, and sometimes it feels better to say, well, God is surprised rather than he put that in my life. But isn't it better what Jesus tells us? In Matthew 6, 7, and 8, when you pray, do not heap up empty phrases as the Gentiles do, for they think they will be heard for their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Matthew 6, 7, and 8. God knows before you even do. And God is incredibly providentially in control.